To our left, Mississippi State has Brandon Holloway and Robert Johnson set to receive the kick from Adam Griffith. Johnson will come to the near side. Holloway will go to the far. The kick right to left, and it's heading Johnson's way, but now it'll overfly him. Holloway was going to put it down, and he realized he was in the field of play, and he comes out to the 17 and is snowed under there. It was going to be Rashaan Evans, the first man, and Trey DePriest, the second. It looked like he was going to take a knee, then looked down and said, oops, I'm in the field of play. I got to come out. And that's indeed what cost him, as he only gets to the 17.
Well, this kick coverage by Alabama has just been tremendous today. They've been able to keep Mississippi State pinned up inside their own 20 on several returns, and now the Bulldogs will operate again inside their own 20 at the 19.
3 wides right, 1 to the left. Josh Robinson to the right of his quarterback. Here now is the give to Robinson. He'll go left and is gang tackled by Bama at the 23-yard line. Mark it to 22. So they'll give him 3 yards on the play. Trey DePriest, the first man there for the men in crimson. Bama wearing the crimson jerseys over the white pants. Mississippi State in the all-white, trimmed in maroon. 2nd down and 7. Shotgun again. Prescott, 3-step drop. Looks, everybody's covered. Comes out near side to Cunningham. He'll make the grab, break a couple of tackles, and gets to the 35-yard line for a first down. I said Cunningham, rather Robinson making that grab as he came out to get the first down yardage to the 35-yard line.
And he's a capable receiver out of the backfield. That time he was really Dak Prescott's outlet. He was able to get that ball off just before being hit by an Alabama defender.
His 20th catch of the year. Now the handoff to him, and Josh goes left side and finds running room for 3 yards out to the 39. Jaron Reed makes the tackle as Brandon Ivory now checks into the lineup, and Reed takes a seat.
Of course, this 5-man unit across the board with this offensive line, they block almost abreast to each other, and that time Josh Robinson was able to pick up 4 yards.
3 wides right, 1 to the left. Again, the Reed quarterback keeper. Prescott dangerous this time across midfield for the first down and more. Down to the Alabama 49-yard line. Landon Collins made the stop there.
Alabama gave up a 75-yard field goal drive at the close of the half, and now Mississippi State on the march as they penetrate Alabama territory.
3 wides right again, 1 to the left. Running back play action fake. Prescott loads up, throws in a triple coverage, and he gets the grab. Jamion Lewis makes the grab in triple coverage down to the 19-yard line.
And I think they gave credit to Malcolm Johnson, that tight end, and again the play fake and then a seam route by the tight end for the Bulldogs, and now they're inside the 20 of Alabama.
Very quickly moving down the field. Josh Robinson to the right of his quarterback. Play action fake to him. Out route, far side, diving effort, end zone by Derunya Wilson is incomplete. He got around Cyrus Jones in the end zone and dove for the football, but could not get there. It'll be a 2nd down and 10, spotting it at the 19 of Alabama.
Well, they like that matchup. Derunya Wilson, 6'5", 225 on Cyrus Jones, but with the exception of the one ball, Cyrus has held up well on the edge today.
Here now is a 2nd down and 10 from the Bama 19. 3 wides left and 1 to the right. Here's the give. Running back Robinson, left side, forced out to the corner and taken down at the 15-yard line. Geno Smith stayed with him. It'll be a pickup of 3 on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 upcoming now.
And again, the importance of forcing field goals rather than allowing touchdowns cannot be overstated in a game like this one where Alabama's up 19-3.
Bulldogs 2 of 9 in 3rd down conversions. Bama defense comes up. Prescott under pressure. Hit as he throws. It's off the mark. Incomplete. Xavier Dixon came in as he unloaded the football looking for Fred Ross against Cyrus Jones down around the goal line at the near sideline.
Yeah, it looks like Dan Mullen, well, he's going to send his kicker out here, Evan Sobieski. He can't afford to get to walk off the field without points being available there, and they're going to try to take the shorter field goal here for Sobiesk.
A 32-yard try by Evan Sobiesk. Dak Prescott is the holder, remember. From this distance, Sobiesk is 2 of 2 this year. A bit of a high snap. They get it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So a 32-yard field goal by Evan Sobiesk. And Alabama got to call that a stop. They're up now 19-6 with 12:06 remaining in the third. Again, we're not seeing DeAndrew White back to field kicks. We've got Christian Jones across the way and Landon Collins here to the near side. So again, DeAndrew, who we saw leave the field earlier and went to that exercise bike to try and stay loose, is knocked back. Here's the kick. Far side, Christian Jones, 10, 15, 20, head of steam, 25, dances outside 30, taken down from behind at the 33-yard line, and again, good field position for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Going to work, Ashton Shumpert, a tailback by trade, was there to make the tackle on special teams. Folks, want to go to the SEC Championship game? Well, you can win tickets to the big game through the Regions Road to Atlanta sweepstakes. You can enter today on the Regions Bank Facebook page, and there is, of course, no purchase necessary. Cam Sims out there, so again, no DeAndrew White. Nighttime descending upon Tuscaloosa. Bama works with a single setback behind the quarterback. Sims throws across the middle, and it's dropped by O.J. Howard. The big tight end had the ball in his hands for a first down at the 44, but dropped it and then was hit. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was sort of a play like Mississippi State would run. A play fake to T.J. Yeldon on the inside and then try to hit the tight end, O.J. Howard, up the seam like Mississippi State has done with Malcolm Johnson. Now the Tide looking at a 2nd and 10, and Justin Fowler back on the field with Bama in their regular personnel.
Justin Cox had the tackle there on O.J., had 4 tackles against Bama a year ago. Backs are in the eye. 2 wides left on a 2nd down and 10 from the 31. Play action fake. Sims under pressure. He gets away. He runs. He throws near side. Ball is caught. No, they'll say incomplete off the grass. Amari Cooper pulled it in at the 41, but the line judge right there says, nope, he trapped it. And it'll be 3rd and 10, but my goodness, how did Blake Sims ever get out of that jam?
Yeah, the pressure was immediate. Cam Robinson was beaten to his inside, and there was a flash of white jersey right in Blake's face right off the bat, and he was able to avoid it and was fortunate to get that ball out of there for an incomplete. Now Alabama looking at a 3rd and 10.
Bama only 1 of 6 in 3rd down conversions today. Very unlike a team that's 53% on the year. 2 wides left, 1 to the right. Sims, pressure, looks near side, throws, caught by Ardarius Stewart. He'll be short on the 1st down on the first try. 2nd try, he's still short as he gave it extra effort, but goes out at the 39. He needed the 41-yard line.
That was a long throw from the far hash mark to this near boundary. Ardarius Stewart made a nice catch, did make that 2nd effort, but to no avail. Bama will have to punt this ball away.
Fred Ross goes back to his own 20 to field the punt from J.K. Scott. Bama leads 19-6. 11:15 to go in the 3rd. Averaging 43 yards a punt. Snap is good, kick is away. And it's a beauty. It sails over everybody's head. It's going to die and go out of bounds at the 6. It sailed over Fred Ross's head. It went over everything and then goes out of bounds at the 6. A 55-yard punt. No return. And again, the Bulldogs are way back in their own territory, but there is a flag on the play. The officials talking it over. Referee Matt Moore.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 30 for the kicking team. 15-yard penalty. That is number 30's first unsportsmanlike conduct.
Wow. Well, we didn't need that. Denzel Duval getting caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and that lets the Bulldogs get the football at the 20 when we come back. 10:58 remaining in the third. Just getting going, third quarter. Alabama leads 19-6. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Welcome back, everybody.
I tell you what, Eli, before we get into this next series of downs, what about J.K. Scott? I mean, can the man punt or not? He pins Mississippi State back, and now with the penalty, he'll come out to the 20. But did you know over 50% of his punts have been downed inside the 20? That leads the entire United States of America. You put that kind of weapon in your special teams, and it's easy to see why Alabama's been able to play good defense today. Mississippi State has had simply no field position all day long.
You put that weapon in the golf bag and you win the Masters. All right, 1st and 10 Bulldogs after the penalty from their own 21-yard line. Dak Prescott, the quarterback, has 3 wides to the left and 1 to the right. He's going to audible and reposition his running back Josh Robinson, who's now to the right of the quarterback. The snap is a good one. They run down the line. Prescott keeps it, gets a yard, no more, as Bama's D came across. Reggie Ragland, I think it might be the first time we've called his name today. He came to the outland route and made the stop on the big quarterback. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, Eli, a little different wrinkle that time. Bama played 3 down linemen with 3 linebackers. Ryan Anderson backed off the ball to give them a little bit more vision to see the running back quarterback mesh. This time Bama back in their usual 4-man front.
Shotgun again. Prescott gets the snap knee high, looks and throws. It's dropped by Darunya Wilson across the middle. He's complaining that he was being held as he went across the middle, but it falls on the deaf ears of the umpire, and it'll be 3rd down and 9 now facing the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think what he was complaining about is that he felt like the umpire got in his way, and in fact he did.
If we look at the replay,
in terms of that crossing route, and so Bama now ahead of the chains defensively at 3rd and 9.
Bulldogs 2 of 10 in 3rd down conversions with 2 wides either way. Prescott straight drop, looks, everybody's covered, he's going to take off. He'll then throw, finds a man, and it's dropped. Oh my goodness. Jamion Lewis had a 1st down catch in his hands at the 37-yard line, and he just plain old dropped him.
Yeah, Bama uses that 4-man wall to rush, and they're trying to control and keep Dak Prescott in the pocket. That time they got a little bit upfield and out of their lane. Prescott was able to duck forward and throw that ball moving to his left, and Jamion Lewis, boy, he should have had that ball. It hit both hands right at face level.
Here's the 5th punt of the day for Devin Bell. Christian Jones, fair catch, makes the grab at his own 45-yard line. So again, Alabama with good field position. Wow, Bama got a break right there. But we all know that God wears houndstooth, so I guess we shouldn't be surprised. Timeout on the field, 10:03 to go. In the third, it's Alabama with the ball and a 19-6 lead. Welcome back, everybody. Glad you're tuned in. Alabama with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 44. 10 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And the Tide is on top, 19-6. Derrick Henry is in the lineup. Let's see if Bama runs the ball and uses clock. Christian Jones and Brian Vogler go wide to the far side. To the near side, Amari Cooper. 2 men flanking their quarterback, Sims, who is in the shotgun. The snap. Sims rolls right, throws, caught by Ardarius Stewart. He's down the right sidelines. An exciting little jitterbug move as he gets down to the 41-yard line and a 1st down for Alabama. He's like a little water bug you see at the beach, the way he just gets going.
I tell you, Eli, the times I've been at practice in the spring, or actually this summer in August, he seemed to show up and make a play every time I was there, and it's great to see him on the field tonight.
17 yards on the pickup. He's wide right this time, though. Handoff, Derrick Henry right up the middle. He picks up 7, Chris.
Yeah, Eli, and I think we're going to see a lot more of Ardarius Stewart. DeAndrew White has got a towel on his head. I'm told the hamstring flaring up a little bit, and not likely to see him anymore this half.
Okay, we were kind of figuring after we didn't see him running the ball back on the kick or anything Something was obviously amiss. Gain of 6. Here's a 2nd and 4. Bama from the 33. Derrick Henry goes outside. So does the defense this time. And that time, Beniquez Brown, the weak side linebacker, gets him for a loss of 1.5 yards. They just angled that way and got Derrick Henry going towards the boundary. Yeah,
Beniquez Brown, he's the hit linebacker, Eli, meaning that it's tough to get a blocker to him because the defensive linemen eat up those offensive linemen. He rolled right to the outside and put a big hit on Derrick Henry.
Bama leads 19-6. 8:43 to go in the third. T.J. Yeldon is in. Bama 1 of 7 in third down conversions. Here is that 3rd and 7. Sims looks, throws, slant. Cooper, first down catch, a beauty in traffic. He's down to the 20-yard line. What concentration. Kendrick Market and Jay Hughes were draped upon him, and he still made the catch.
And what a nice job by Blake Sims. He got to that back step from the shotgun, and he waited for Amari Cooper to clear and threw a strike in there for the first down.
That was a beauty. Now Brian Vogler checks back in. Derrick Henry is in. Yeldon leaves. 3 wides left until Stewart goes in motion to the right side of the formation. Here now the handoff. Henry tries to get going right side. He'll spin inside a tackler at the 20 and gets 1 yard to the 19. It'll be 2nd and 9. Bama. Ryan Brown made the stop for Mississippi State.
I tell you, these dogs are salty when you try to go right at them, especially in this part of the field. They're big, they're disciplined, and they play with tremendous effort.
Vogler and Stewart wide right. Christian Jones near side. Sims looks. Everybody's covered. He's going down. First sack of the ball game for Mississippi State. It is going to be their 33rd of the year. They've done a lot of that this season. Preston Smith, who had a handful of sacks, now has 8 on the season with that takedown.
Yeah, they brought 5, meaning 1 additional rusher, and I tell you, they're doing a very similar game plan to what Alabama's done to Dak Prescott. Force Blake Sims to throw and see from the pocket, and at 5'11", 6 foot tall, it's hard for number 6 to do that.
Here's a 3rd down and 16 for Bama. Sims screen near side. Cooper turns the corner, gets down to the 20, but it's still going to be 4th down and 10. However, that was a critical pickup of yardage there. It'll be a 37-yard field goal try for Alabama and Adam Griffin. He hit from 36 earlier today. Cole Mazza snaps it. Cooper Bateman holds. Off the near hash mark. Wind is no factor. Kicking it right to left. It's on the way. In the air. It is up. It is no good wide right. It is no good wide right from 37 yards. And the score remains 19-6. 6:12 remaining in the third. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Well, you hate to give that one away right there. Would have kept it a 2-score ball game, but nevertheless, Alabama leads 19-6 over Mississippi State. 6:12 remaining in the third. Here we go. Mississippi State 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Quarterback Dak Prescott has Josh Robinson alongside of him. 2 wide receivers either way. Crowd getting into it. Ross in motion. Prescott the keeper. Looks for running room. Nothing there. Bama had everything covered up, and he's got no gain. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. That was DJ Petway and Trey DePriest and Jaron Reed and a host of guys in crimson clogging up the middle.
Yeah, I tell you, this defensive front for Alabama, Ashawn Robinson, Jaron Reed, Denzel Duvall now back in the act. DJ Petway, they've been really, really strong at the point of attack tonight.
Clock. The quarterback lost his helmet. As I look at the replay, Dak Prescott lost his helmet. So Damian Williams has to come in by rule for 1 play.
This is likely to be some sort of quarterback runner to zone read. He's more runner than passer.
Damian Williams played against Bama last year. Gets the snap in the shotgun. Does hand it off. No gain on the left side yet, so he kicks it out. Robinson does, and still no gain as he couldn't turn the corner. DJ Petway and others there to make the stop. And now Damian Williams leaves, and Dak Prescott checks back in the lineup. That rule that's good for all players doesn't exclude quarterbacks. You lose your helmet, you've got to sit for a play. 5:18 to go in the third. Bama busily rearranging their defense. 2 of 11 in third down to the Bulldogs. Here's a 3rd and 11 play from their own 19. Prescott drops back, throws near side, caught out of the backfield by Robinson. He'll fight for yardage out to the 30. It's going to be very close to the first down. He made a nice grab and fought for yardage. He might just be on the other side of the 30, but no. It'll be a first down for Mississippi State.
Well, I'll tell you, you throw it to Robinson, and you can expect to get 5, 6, 7 more yards because he hits it north and south, and he's so low to the ground, it's hard to get leverage on him when you tackle him.
Bama leads 19-6. 4:47 remaining in the third. Prescott in the shotgun with 3 wides to the left and 1 to the right. He has a running back beside him. He'll fake the give, look and look and look, pumps, pulls it down, stumbles forward. He's across the 35 to the 36. He stumbled and bumbled and found 6 yards out of that play. Ashawn Robinson and Trey Dupree stopped him.
Yeah, and again, remember last weekend, Anthony Jennings, the quarterback for LSU, was able to scramble for some yardage, and Alabama's using a little different rush pattern tonight, trying to contain Dak Prescott.
On the second down play, pressure off both sides. Darunya Wilson makes the grab while pushing off. Nick Saban says, where's the flag? But there was none. And he says he pushed off as the coach is in the face of the field judge. Yeah. But there was no hanky, and a first down for Darunya Wilson of Mississippi State.
The former basketball player got position in the paint. And, of course, in basketball, they don't call that foul. In football, that really was offensive pass interference.
Now from midfield, 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Going left to right. Prescott again. Looks, has time. Darunya near side comes back against Nick Perry to make the grab at the 41-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9 on the play.
Yeah, again, Bama brought pressure from the corner in the form of Eddie Jackson off this boundary side. Nick Perry rolls over the top in coverage, but it was too late. 9 yards for Mississippi State.
Robert Johnson now wide to the near side. Darunya Wilson goes the other way. He's matched up against Cyrus. Here's the inside handoff. Nothing for Josh Robinson, but he just needed very little, and he has enough for the first down. Needed no more than a half yard at most, and Reggie Ragland finally stopped him. But they get the first down. 3:16 to go in the third. Bama still leading 19-6. Darunya Wilson comes back to the near side of the formation. Signals a hand signal to his quarterback Prescott, who banged his helmet in response. Here now, the fake end around quarterback still got it. Prescott looks, throws Johnson, far side catch. He'll cut to the middle of the field, inside the 15 to the 14, and Darunya Wilson is hurt across the way. He'll limp off to the Mississippi State sideline, but Johnson's got the first down inside the 15 to the 14.
Yeah, that was State's version of a shot play, a fake reverse pass. Prescott has time, delivers the throw to Josh Robinson. Now Mississippi State knocking on the Alabama door at the 14.
Now with the snap coming. Man in motion, handoff, then a flip back to Fred Ross. He'll turn the corner, run into the Bama defense, manages to get close to the original line of scrimmage, but will lose yardage. Prescott flew it to Robert Johnson on the toss, who then tossed it on the reverse to Fred Ross. And as Ross finally got back around, he ran out of running room. The Bama defense got there.
Well, Bama's defense has been so disciplined with their eye control, so Dan Mullen throws some wrinkles out there. Back-to-back reverse-type action to try to scatter this Alabama defense.
Darunya Wilson returns after going off the field for the last play. Inside 2 minutes to go in the third. Bama up 19-6. Prescott on a 2nd and 11. Looks, throws, intercepted. Alabama in the end zone. Intercepted Cyrus Jones. Touchback. Alabama with a a huge play. Oh my!
Well, we've talked all day long about Mississippi State's red zone defense. How about a tip of the hat to the Alabama defenders? They forced 2 field goals, and now Cyrus Jones maintains position on De'Runnya Wilson, goes up and makes the interception in his own end zone. Alabama will take over and deny the Bulldogs of a scoring opportunity. Great play by Cyrus Jones.
Another interception by Alabama. It'll be the 8th of the year, and another $1,000 from our friends at Wells Fargo to Children's of Alabama. The Children's Hospital racking up compliments of Wells Fargo, and young Cyrus Jones, his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, I tell you, the coverage there, that was a poor decision by Dak Prescott. No way he should let that ball go, and now Alabama takes over at their own 20.
Now, Alabama, Sims, flushed from the pocket to the near side, looks and throws with a bit too much and too much of a reach for Amari Cooper. It's off his hands and complete at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Blake got flushed to his left after the play-action fake, and just because of that movement, couldn't get his shoulders turned enough to make an accurate throw to Amari Cooper.
Bama leads 19-6. A minute 36 remaining in the third. Cam Sims and Christian Jones wide to the near side, the left of the formation, as Bama's going right to left. Amari Cooper wide right. Sims fakes it, keeps it, has to get away from the defense, upended partially, and then throws in the direction of the T.J. Yeldon maneuver over there. It will not be any sort of intentional grounding. He was out of the box and threw it at the relative feet of T.J. Yeldon. But A.J. Jefferson was in on him in a hurry.
I'd say that looked like a high wire act on a unicycle in terms of Blake Sims trying to avoid that pressure, and was wisely able to throw it beyond the line of scrimmage and avoid a big loss in the shadow of his own goal line. Bama looking at 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10 with a minute 28 to go in the third. Alabama leads 19-6. Shotgun Sims has protection this time. Loads up and throws. It's off the mark for Ardarius Stewart, diving towards the near hash mark at the 40-yard line. Would have been a first down and then some, but it is incomplete. And Alabama, after that pick in the end zone, will have to punt it away. But nevertheless, Mississippi State did not score, and Bama got the ball away from them.
Yeah, Bama able to turn them away, but I tell you, a first down or two could really help this Alabama defense, because they're going to be right back out there after this punt from J.K. Scott.
Fred Ross is deep back at the 40. J.K. had a 55-yarder moments ago, averaging 46 yards a punt tonight. Cole Mazza is the snapper. Bulldogs come up to the line of scrimmage.
Part of the snap, delay. Number 15 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So a delay of game on the Crimson Tide. Marching them back, it'll be their 5th penalty of the night.
That's 5 yards in terms of this field position battle that can really make a difference. Now J.K. will launch this ball from about Alabama's own 5-yard line.
Here's the snap and the kick, and he gets a great one away. Fred Ross back at the 40, makes the grab, avoids a couple of men, comes to the near side, breaks another tackle, and is out of bounds at the Alabama 38-yard line. He was forced out of bounds by Reggie Ragland. But Ross with a 45-yard punt and a nice return. And all of a sudden the Bulldogs have the ball in for what for them is unusual good field position.
It's the first time all night that they've started with it on Alabama side of the field. But I tell you, Lane Kiffin, this offense, they've got to find some rhythm here, because they're letting down this defense that's played exceptionally well this evening. They've got to make some adjustments for the next time they get the football.
From the 38 officially, here's Prescott. Calls his own number, goes outside the D, gets running room into the secondary, chased down by Eddie Jackson, but not before Prescott gets to the 15-yard line.
Well, Dak Prescott's a terrific college player, and he's a dual-threat quarterback of the variety that not is necessarily nifty, but a power runner, and that time he broke out in the Alabama secondary, and now once again State inside the 20 for Bama.
A 22-yard pickup. 1st and 10 from the Bama 16. The give inside to Robinson. He'll get inside the 15-yard line to about the 14, give him a couple of yards. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 with 36 seconds remaining in the 3rd.
And so far the Tide has been able to deny the Bulldogs on 2 occasions by field goal, on the 3rd occasion by an interception. Let's see what they can do in this particular possession.
Man in motion. Here's the handoff. Far side. Josh is there. Finds a hole inside the 5. 1st down to the 3. Josh Robinson, he stiff-armed a guy, got hit from behind, and just bowled over everybody for a 1st down at the 3 with 14 seconds remaining in the period.
Well, I think State would probably let this run down and go to the other end of the stadium. Not that you can find any quiet spots, but they're going right into the noisiest part of Bryant-Denny, the student section.
And indeed, the clock is down to zeros, and the 3rd quarter has come to a close. So 3 quarters complete in this one as Alabama battles the #1 team in America. It's the Tide 19 and the Mississippi State Bulldogs 6.
Well, Eli, here we go inside the 5. Let's see if Alabama can get a stop here and force another field goal. But depending on this sequence of plays, Dan Mullen could absolutely consider himself to be in 4-down territory.
Oh, no doubt. Prescott in the shotgun. On the 1st and goal from 4. Robinson goes out in motion, right side. Prescott goes in himself and goes left and goes nowhere. Back to the original line of scrimmage as he rotated left. Ashawn Robinson, the first man to get there to block the door.
See, I think when they motion Josh Robinson out of the backfield and set up that empty formation, I think Alabama, all 22 eyeballs are on Dak Prescott, and they're able to converge on him. I love when the Bulldogs get 13 out of the mix.
Now Ross, Johnson, and Derunya are wide right. Josh Robinson to the left of his quarterback. Play clock at 7. Prescott gets the snap. Looks to where those trios of receivers were, and he comes underneath for a touchdown, finding Fred Ross at the goal line. So Mississippi State, on a 4-yard touchdown pass, finally get a first touchdown of the ball game, but Bama continues to lead.
Yeah, and that's an inside, really a crash route where one of the inside receivers starts out and then comes back underneath the 2 receivers who had cleared out. Really difficult to defend that type of combination, and now State draws to within 6 points.
Extra point by Evan Sobiesk is up and good, and here in the 4th quarter, Alabama now takes the lead, but it's a closer one as they've had the lead now for a while. It's now 19-13.
Like kick return here can negate some of this momentum that State has grabbed in the 2nd half as we get into this 4th quarter. That would definitely help jumpstart this Alabama offense that has been in neutral throughout the 3rd quarter as we head into the 4th.
Logan Cook will kick it away right to left as you listen in at home. Kick is on the way. Christian Jones in the 4. Up the numbers, and he angles left. He's to the 20. Forward hit hard, and down he goes at about the 23-yard line. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs, who are showing a little extra enthusiasm now that they didn't earlier, as Alabama will be going to work 1st and 10.
Well, they were 3 scores down at 19-0, and they have battled and clawed back into this thing to now draw within 6 points. This is the most important set of downs for the Alabama offense that they faced all season. Your game is on the line now in the 4th quarter of this SEC West battle.
As Chris reported, DeAndrew White is going to give that hamstring a try. O.J. Howard is wide as well. Here's the handoff, Derrick Henry. He'll fight and run hard down to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 8.5 behind Ryan Kelly and Leon Brown's leading blocks. Bama has to get that offense reignited here.
And Bama's tried to probe the middle of this Mississippi State defense, but most of their rushing yardage has come around the edge, and Derrick Henry is a downhill runner, so it's tough for them to call plays to get him to the outside, but that time they did. He picked up 8.
Quick receiver, near side screen. DeAndrew White's got it for the first down. It only went for a couple of yards. That's all he needed across the 35 to the 36. Brian Vogler threw a quick block to open things up for that first down reception.
Yeah, and that's a critical first down for the Tide. It's going to keep that clock moving. It gives the defense time to talk through things, make some adjustments, and gives Alabama a fresh series of downs.
13:15 to go. Alabama leading 19-13. Here now again, the handoff. Nothing there. Derrick Henry tried it a couple of times. Gets just a yard. It'll be a second down and 9 to be snapped from the 37-yard line.
You know, their defensive coordinator, Jeff Collins, spent some time here at Alabama under Nick Saban and with Kirby Smart, and he understands gap control and discipline. And this group, of all the tapes I've seen this year, they do as good a job as anybody on those interior runs.
Now T.J. Yeldon at the tailback. He's to the left of his quarterback. Two wides either way. Handoff Yeldon. He looks and looks, and he'll get to the 39. 2 yards there. It'll be third down and 6 for the Tide. Ryan Brown and Nelson Adams combining on the stop.
And I just mentioned Jeff Collins. He's known as the Minister of Mayhem, and that's because of some of the exotic things he does on third down. And I tell you, the Tide has really struggled on that possession down today. They've only converted 1 all afternoon long.
Here now the third down play. 3rd and 6. Sims with protection. Looks, finds a man. Yeldon, first down up the middle. He was there. He got the first down and a throw of 7 yards. Picked up another yard and a half on the run after the catch. And they'll move the chains and move the clock.
Well, mark 1 on the positive column for Blake Sims, because Collins dialed up what he wanted. He made Blake Sims go through 2, if not 3 receivers before dropping it off to his check down in terms of this first down. And now Alabama approaching midfield.
From their own 48, 1st and 10. Charleston Fowler leads the blocking left side. Yeldon gets tripped up as he gets to the 50. He was that close to breaking it free, but he'll pick up a yard before Beniquez Brown tripped him up. Man, he was half a step from breaking it.
You know, we've sat here for 9 games, Eli, in our 10th game, and he seems to have been a step or 2 away almost every run this year. He just hadn't been able to break one off yet.
Now on the snap, Sims rolls near side, throws, and it's knocked away from Amari Cooper. Nice diving effort by Jamerson Love, the left cornerback, to knock the ball away from Amari along the near sidelines. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 upcoming for Alabama as Christian Jones checks in. Charleston Fowler leads.
And here's the chess match between Lane Kiffin and Jeff Collins. Collins has tried to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Let's see if Lane tries to get him on the move, or perhaps this would be a place for a screen pass if he thinks he's going to get pressure.
On a big 3rd and 7, 11 minutes to go in the game. Alabama leads Mississippi State 19-13. Wideouts either way. Sims, straight drop, loads up, calls his own number. He's going to have to hustle to get there. He's to the far side. He's got a first down. He made a nice move around the defender at the 44-yard line and got around Preston Smith to pick up the first down on a run. What a big play by Blake Sims for Alabama.
Well, Eli, these coaches get paid a lot of money, and Collins, the defensive coordinator, got exactly what he wanted. He rushed 3, dropped 8. And then Blake Sims, with the pure athletic ability, breaks out of the pocket, runs for a first down. He did the same thing to LSU last weekend in that 52nd drive for the game-tying field goal. Give Blake Sims all the credit in the world there. He moved the chains for Alabama.
10:29 to go in the game. 1st and 10, Bama from the Bulldog 40. Sims, play action fake. Looks left. Everybody's covered. He's going to throw long down the left sidelines, and it's going up for a grab, and it's incomplete at the 10. T.J. Yeldon coming out of the backfield. Went up for making the grab at the 10, but everything was out of bounds as he came down.
Yeah, that was a design throwback to T.J. Yeldon, but the problem was Preston Smith got pressure right out of the gate, and so Blake was not able to let that ball go early. Ended up having to move to his left, launch it late, and that gave Mississippi State time enough to squeeze that off and force the incompletion.
Yeah, Will Redmond there, nickelback, came over to take away any running room. Second down and 10 from the 40. Alabama leading 19-13. 10-13 to go. Here's Sims. Throws up the middle. Incomplete for Amari Cooper in double coverage at the 38-yard line. And again, Bama with a pivotal and long third down conversion facing them here with 10 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the third.
Well, Eli, you remember a possession or two ago, De'Runnya Wilson was complaining about the positioning of the umpire. The same thing just happened to Amari Cooper. He did not see that ball because his vision was blocked by the umpire in the middle of the field.
Maybe the NFL has the right idea, repositioning the umpire. Here now is a third down and 10 from the 40 of Mississippi State. Bulldogs showing blitz. They pick it up. Sims has to escape the pocket. He'll roll here. He's hustling. He's to the 40. He's to the 35. He's up the near sideline to the 30, to the 29. First down, Alabama. Oh, my goodness. What field awareness for Blake Sims. My goodness.
Well, I tell you, Eli, Dak Prescott got all the publicity coming into this game, but he has not made 3 plays like we've just seen on this drive from Blake Sims. First third down conversion on a third read, check down, and then 2 scrambles for first down. Gives number 6 a ton of credit here in the late stages of the fourth quarter.
From the 29, first and 10. Sims, handoff Yeldon. Nice hole into the secondary. He's got a 9.5-yard gainer down to the 20. Ari Kwanjo, Cam Robinson, Leon Brown threw a nice block there. A gain of... Well, they're going to look at it. I thought it was about 9.5, and they're going to have to measure. It's either a half yard to go or he's right there. Boy, that was some serious blocking by Bama's offensive front.
Well, it really was. And when you have a quarterback that can scramble like Blake Sims, it puts the defense on their heels in terms of they're not prepared for that next downhill run. TJ Yeldon showing some burst there, and we'll see if he picked up this first down.
They've brought the chains over to the near hash mark, just to the near sideline of the hash mark. It's a first down. It was so close that referee Matt Moore had to stand over top of it and look straight down. He couldn't tell from the side view. He looked over top of it. That's how close it was. And remember, folks, any score here by Alabama makes it a 2-score game. Here's the 13th drive, a play of the drive, Phil.
Eli, there's an old saying, owners own, coaches coach, and players play. And the player on the field right now is Blake Sims. He's been sensational on this drive.
From the 20, first down. Handoff Yeldon, nothing up the middle. He'll kick it right. He goes further right. He's got a first down inside the 10, out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Great run, nothing up the middle. He went around 2 guys behind Jamerson Love eventually to get out of bounds and inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, Eli, just keep this in mind. It's important for Bama to get a touchdown, but a field goal would be huge because it would put the Tide up by 2 scores, a difference of 9 points.
Handoff Yeldon. From the 8, he'll get a yard to the 7. It'll be second and goal. Ryan Brown makes the tackle with help from Tevez Calhoun.
And the reason I say that is this is where you've got to protect the ball. You've got to fasten it to your rib cage. You cannot let Mississippi State rake it out of there. A field goal is good here. A touchdown is better.
Second and goal from the 7, heading towards the end zone to our right. Blake Sims now with his teammates look over to the near side. Everybody is using all sorts of hand signals. They get the play. Play clock is down at 7. Sims shotgun. Second and goal from the 8. Handoff Yeldon, cuts right, he's to the 5, he's gonna go! Touchdown! Alabama! Now does Bama go for 2 and take a 14-point lead with 8:09 to go?
You know, I think that it looks like they are gonna go for 2 here, up 25-13. And this is the right call because even a touchdown and a 2-point conversion for State would bring it to 25-21. So this is the call here. Nick Saban referring to that age-old chart. And Lane Kiffin looks like he's going to take a timeout here. Maybe and talk about this when the play clock all the way down to 10 seconds.
Now Bama's not even broken the huddle, so they are going to no doubt take a timeout here. Nick Saban runs all the way down to the line judge. There was a question about the play clock as to whether it had been reset. The field judge and the line judge and now the referee, Nick Saban. Chris, he's out there past the numbers saying the play clock had not been reset.
Yeah, Eli, I think you're right. Both Lane Kiffin and Nick Saban giving Matt Moore an earful, the referee, and then he was upset with Blake Sims for not getting the timeout prior to that. But you're right. The original issue was the starting of the play clock, positioning the ball. Whatever it is, I don't think they got a satisfactory response.
I'm sure not. The Bromberg's Rolex scoring drive, 15 plays, 76 yards, and a massive 6:07 off the clock. That, folks, is huge.
Well, this Alabama offense was stuck in neutral.
Yep.
And on the strength of Blake Sims' legs and arm to a degree, they were able to take the ball 15 plays, go 76 yards, and put a touchdown on the board.
Now the try for the two-point conversion. Yeldon is the tailback. DeAndrew White is wide to the far side. Jones and Cooper are to the near side. They snap it from the 3. Pressure. Throw, end zone. Cooper, and out of his hands. It is incomplete. He had tight coverage on him by Kendrick Market. So the two-point conversion is no good, but nevertheless, Alabama does have a 25-13 lead now with 8:09 remaining in the ball game, and the Crimson Tide's offense that seemingly had been in neutral for a bit has now found high gear exactly when they needed it. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Well, here we go. Bama to kick it off. Let's see if old Reuben Foster can come calling with a little special teams business card here.
I promise you, those Mississippi State returners saw those same tapes of the games that we've seen, and he has been a missile on kickoff coverage this year.
Here's the kick. Brandon Holloway from the 3 brings it out to the 10, right up the hash marks. He is hit hard as he goes across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Everybody unpiling there. Good stop by special teams for the Alabama Crimson Tide. That was Reuben Foster.
You know, you get the sense that this Alabama team, the individual players, are now really beginning to identify with what their roles are on this football team. Guys like Reuben Foster and Dylan Lee, who are in on that last kickoff cover tackle. But now this Alabama defense will dig in. State 74 yards away from pay dirt.
8:02 to go in the ball game. Bama leads 25-13. Here now, Darunya Wilson on the receiving end of a quick pass. Cyrus Jones stopped him across the 31-yard line. Pickup of 5. It'll be a second down and 5 from there. Dak Prescott, the quarterback. Each team has their full allotment of 3 timeouts. 2 wides either way. Josh Robinson clears out. The throw with a flag in the middle. Darunya Wilson makes the grab. There's going to be a hold on Mississippi State. One would have to assume how quickly and exactly where that flag was thrown. Either Justin Malone or Dylan Day will be guilty of the penalty, the 4th on the Bulldogs, one would have to assume.
This will be a hold or hands to the face by Alabama.
To the face, number 95 of the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
That flag came out so fast, it was almost like a hold couldn't have taken place that quickly. And so that made me think immediately that it was probably a hands to the face. And unfortunately, that's exactly what it is. And that's a big penalty because now Mississippi State crosses midfield.
Jeez. 7:24 to go in the game. Bama 25, Mississippi State 13. Josh Robinson to the left of his quarterback. 2 wides right, 1 left. Robinson vacates. He goes wide right. They'll check down to him. Here comes Bama's defense, but Robinson gets outside. He's inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. He'll pick up, well, officially just 5. They'll say he rolled out of bounds at the 38.
He plays with so much heart, Eli. He's been a lot of fun to watch, but right now he's not fun to watch because Mississippi State's on the march again.
Here now Prescott looks, throws, slant, knocked away by Alabama's Eddie Jackson. They had the slant line up to Fred Brown, and Eddie Jackson got in the way of that one. Beautiful play by the sophomore defensive back.
Yeah, and at some point, these Bama defenders have done such a good job on the slant. You got to think they're going to pump and go that slant go. They call it sluggo, and that's something that Alabama's going to have to be ready for as we get into the latter half of this fourth quarter now.
3rd down and 5. Jabril Washington is in for Bama. Bulldogs 3 of 12 in thirds. They have 4 wideouts right. Prescott's going to keep it himself. He is hit at the 40. He actually loses a yard. He'll lose a yard as Alabama's Ryan Anderson and Eddie Jackson came up to make the play.
And I think this is an automatic go here at 4th and what will be 7 yards. But again, Eli, when Mississippi State goes empty, Bama can take 22 eyeballs and 11 sets of legs and eye and spy on Dak Prescott.
Mississippi State 1 of 1 in 4th down conversions. Here's a 4th and 7 play. They'll snap it from the Alabama 40. Prescott audibles. Play clock at 7. He drops back into the shotgun. 3 wides right. Prescott waits. Prescott throws. It is caught. First down. Or is it a first down? Yes, they got it a first down at the 32-yard line. He had time, waited for Robert Johnson to get clear, and he picked up the first down reception.
Yeah, and Robert Johnson is probably the most underrated receiver for these Bulldogs. He doesn't get near the recognition as the others, but he made a key catch there for MSU.
65 career receptions coming in. Now Prescott again looks, holds, throws it off the mark wide under heavy pressure from Alabama's Ryan Anderson. He threw a floater towards the 15-yard line, well out of bounds.
Yeah, they had taken Jamion Lewis, the slot receiver, and tried to run him out and up the boundary, but Alabama was all over that second man through. Nice job by Geno Smith.
5:35 to go. Bama up 25-13. Bulldogs looking at a 2nd and 10 from the Alabama 31. Heading towards the end zone to our left. Mississippi State in their white uniforms, trimmed in maroon. Bama in the crimson over the white. Here's Prescott throwing, comes underneath, catches made Ross, and Fred's got a first down to the 20-yard line of Alabama. Stopping the clock while they move the chains. 5:25 to go. And again, it was Malcolm Johnson. I said Fred Ross. Malcolm Johnson making yet another reception for Mississippi State.
He's listed as a tight end, but he really plays like a wide receiver. Goes down 6-8 yards, breaks it out. Dak Prescott put a ball on the money, and now Mississippi State right back in business just outside the 20.
Ross and Johnson wide to the left side. Man in motion. Here's Prescott now. Looks, throws a slant. It is off the mark as the intended receiver, Derunya Wilson, got tripped up by Alabama's Eddie Jackson, and Derunya came up looking for a flag. There was none. It'll be a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Derunya Wilson's not necessarily a polished wide receiver, but because of his size and a catching radius, he can get away with some sloppy route running. That time he got tangled up, fell to the ground, and as did the ball. Incomplete 2nd and 10.
5:06 to go. Bama leads by a dozen, 25-13. 4th quarter. 3 wides left, 2 to the right, empty backfield. Prescott, quick release, tipped away and intercepted. Intercepted by Alabama. It was tipped away, and then Landon Collins came up with the interception. Thank you. Thank you. How huge was that? Another interception. Alabama has just been picking them at will today. That's their 9th of the season, and another $1,000 from Wells Fargo to Children's of Alabama. $9,000, and Bama's got the ball back with 5 minutes to go at a 12-point lead. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. 121, our friends at ATIX, who are, as you know, Alabama's #1 ticket broker. They're based in Hoover. They want to remind you, if you need hard-to-get tickets for Bama games or anything else, Broadway, concerts, ball games, anywhere across the country, give them a call or check them out online. ATIX, that's AAATIX.com. your source for Crimson Tide tickets and tickets for all of those sold-out events. And when I say around the country, that's true. I've used them for games in San Francisco, for sporting events all over. Just because they're based here, they can get you all set up with the best seats anywhere in America.
Well, I tell you, Kirby Smart just punched another ticket in terms of Alabama advancing in what is called the college football playoff that started a few weeks ago, but he kept Dak Prescott in the pocket with the 5-man rush. Then the ball gets tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Landon Collins makes the diving interception for maybe the play of the game.
From the 17-yard line, Alabama. Handoff, and you heard the hard hit all the way up here as T.J. Yeldon got the handoff and went absolutely nowhere except backwards to the 15-yard line.
But again, this Bulldog defense, people can talk about the yardage they've given up through the air, but they are rather good against the run, and they've proven it here this afternoon and into the night at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Bama has 2 timeouts remaining. Mississippi State has all 3. Clock down to 4:28 remaining.
And Bama's going to let this play clock wind all the way down inside of 3 seconds every snap of this possession.
3 wides to the near side. 2 of them are stacked. Handoff, Yeldon, nothing there. He's back to the line of scrimmage and put down again.
And again, State's got all 3 timeouts. I don't think we'll see them. I think they're going to save them for their offense. They're looking at now a 3rd and 13. So they're looking for a stop, obviously, here. If Bama were to convert this, then State would have to use their timeouts going forward. But I look for something very safe here, some sort of draw, maybe a screen to T.J. Yeldon.
Alabama, be nice to get a 1st down conversion here, but they're looking at a 3rd and 11 from their own 16-yard line. Sims shotgun. Quick throw left side. Alabama's DeAndrew White. He is close to the 1st down, but not quite there. It'll be a yard shy as he's across the 25 to the 26. He needed the 27. But nevertheless, it'll pick up some yardage.
Timeout, Mississippi State. That is their first timeout of the second half. Please reset the game clock to 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
So you heard the instructions from referee Matt Moore.
So once State got the stop there, rather than, and with it being not an incomplete pass, then that forces them to use their timeouts.
Alabama leads 25-13. Next week, of course, Bama at home against Western Carolina. It's a 3 o'clock game. We'll be on the air at noon. Next week, Mississippi State is at home against the Vanderbilt Commodores before wrapping up with the Egg Bowl at Ole Miss. Mississippi State, they're going to try and block this for all they're worth. Good snap. Pressure. Oh, and J.K. just does get it away. A high punt. Fred makes the grab. Ross does at the 28-yard line. And oh my, a 46-yard punt, and Bama has a player down. Grabbing his knee is Dylan Lee. He's grabbing the outside of his right knee. Dylan Lee is. My goodness. I will tell you what, Mississippi State's Ashton Shumpert didn't miss blocking that one by a whole heck of a lot.
I don't know how he missed it, Eli. He was not picked up, and he took a swat at it with his right hand. I tell you, if he had reached with his left hand, I think he would have gotten it. Yeah. But he reached with his right hand, and of course with J.K. Scott being the right-footed punter, he almost punted it not underneath him, but you understand it was close.
You know, Mississippi State, they have blocked 3 field goals and 1 punt already this year. That's the top in the SEC and 5th nationally. And now, oh, you hate to see this, Dylan Lee limping off with his arms around the trainers. He immediately grabbed for the outside of his knee as he went down on the field and around the 30-yard line, and he's putting absolutely no pressure on that right leg. You hate to see that. The junior from Buford, Georgia, he's really been quite a contributor, linebacker and special teams. Okay, Bama going with 6 defensive backs now. 1st and 10, Mississippi State from their own 28. 3:18 remaining. Bama up by a dozen. 25-13. Quick release screen, near side. Catch is made out to the 36-yard line. Jamion Lewis. He'll pick up 8 on the play. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
#PerfectBody, referring to the perfect fit and styles of their range. Backlash online included the trending of #IamPerfect and 2015
On a 2nd down and 2, Lewis in motion. Handoff, Josh Robinson. He'll go close to the 1st down yardage, but he's shoved back, and he did not make it.
Yeah, he didn't make it, and he's beneath the sticks, and so this clock's going to keep running with the player being in the middle of the field. Mississippi State with 2 timeouts left, they're almost forced to just stay at the line of scrimmage and run their plays. This is not the strength of the Bulldog offense. 2-minute clock-tight drives.
They're 5 of 13 in 3rd down conversions. Prescott swings it out right side. 1st down catch is made as Robinson's got it, and he rumbles inside the Alabama 50-yard line down to the 47 of the Tide. Remember, they are down by a dozen. So 1 score is not going to do it for Mississippi State. Bama leads 25-13. We're down to 2 minutes remaining in regulation. 3 wides left, 1 to the right. Prescott, straight drop. Outside he goes again. Finds Robinson. He'll make the grab, but Alabama converges, and a 1-yard gain. That's all he got. Great effort by Alabama's defense. Denzel Duvall was there. Jonathan Allen, he's been very active.
Yeah, and those lateral throws and Josh Robinson running to the inside field of the field, Alabama just saying thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now Prescott on a 2nd and 9, loads up and comes underneath a one-hopper, incomplete at the 34-yard line. He was looking for anybody, found Josh Robinson coming across, but it was a one-hopper incomplete, but it does, for the Bulldogs, stop the clock with 91 seconds to go. Alabama leading 25-13. It has been deafening here today. Man. Here's a 3rd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. From the Bama 47, Prescott, pressure. Prescott rattled. Prescott out of the pocket. He's going to have to go down the right sideline. He'll hurdle over a teammate and likely gets the 1st down. He hurdled over a teammate on the right sideline and picks up the 1st down yardage with 1:23 to go.
Yeah, he was able to get out of bounds too, almost like a Blake Sims in terms of being able to get out of bounds there and pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 37. Bama by 12 points. 1:22 to go. Here's Prescott throwing, caught across the middle. 1st down to the 21. Jamion Lewis makes the complete reception. We're at 1:18 remaining. Bama leads by a dozen. Bulldogs on the move. From the 22 of Alabama, Prescott, quick throw across the middle. Catch is made. He's to the 13-yard line. And they have found something that works. It's that pass to Jamion Lewis, a pickup of 9.
Beneath those sticks, this clock keeps running, and now less than a minute to play here in Bryant-Denny.
55, 54. Here's the feed to Prescott. The snap. He'll go up the middle and is tripped up by Alabama. Great effort by the Tide's Nick Perry, tripping up the big guy at the 6. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6, heading towards the end zone to our left. Clock is moving. Bama leads 25-13. 43 seconds to go. A 2-score situation here. Prescott, shotgun. The snap. Looks, throws, out route. It is caught. It is not caught. Out of the hands. I thought Josh Robinson had it. He let it go through his hands, incomplete at the goal line along the far sideline.
And it sets up now this 2nd and 6 situation. The problem for State is even if they score here, they've got to get an onside kick and then go down and score again in terms of a touchdown. So they have not utilized their timeouts here, and this clock has just dripped away here at the end of this football game.
32 seconds to go. Prescott a keeper. Bama stops him at the 3-yard line. They're going to have to use the clock, and here comes Dan Mullen running out onto the field to call a timeout.
Timeout. Mississippi State That's their second timeout of the half. Will be a 30-second timeout.
But my point is, if you run 1 or 2 plays and an onside kick, you're looking at maybe one throw to the end zone if all of that falls into place for Mississippi State. And first things first, they've got to score against what has been a very stingy Alabama defense in the red zone today.
It'll be 3rd and goal, Mississippi State from the Alabama 4. The Tide leads 25-13, so they have some pad to work with. 25 seconds to go in the game. The Bulldogs have but 1 timeout left. Bama has 2. Prescott, the snap, goes right, pitches out onto the corner. Bama's there. They'll snubber Ashton Schumpert, putting him down in timeout, Mississippi State, with 17 seconds to go.
Well, what a fantastic play by this Alabama defense.
Mississippi State set their last timeout of the half.
State tried.
Reset the game clock to 19 seconds.
State tried to get out the back door with an option, and Bama played it to perfection and tackled the runner in bounds. They forced Mississippi State to use their final timeout. Obviously here, an incomplete pass or a stop short of the goal line, all of this is moot. But if State were somehow to score here from the 4-yard line, then they would take the extra point, then come back and try to get an onside kick and have likely 1, potentially 2 shots at it. But that is a lot to ask for in Bryant-Denny Stadium, where this Alabama defense has stood so tall down in the red zone tonight.
19 seconds remaining in regulation. Alabama leads by a dozen, 25-13. 4th and goal, Mississippi State from the Bama 4. Heading towards the end zone, 2 hour left. Anything shy of a touchdown, and this one is done, and Bama's got the win. Prescott, the snap. He looks, he throws high, it is caught. Touchdown, Jamion Lewis. So Jamion Lewis catches the 4-yard touchdown pass, and it's now, with 15 seconds remaining, 25-19.
Well, it's going to come down to an onside kick, Eli, because Sobieski is likely to knock this through, make it 25-20, and then all eyes will be on the Alabama hands team here in Bryant-Denny Stadium.
The kick is good by Evan Sobieski, and it's a 25-20 lead for the Alabama Crimson Tide. That
15 seconds left to go in that game.
All right, Tom, thank you. Don't forget, folks, we'll talk about this one when it's done. The Crimson Tide post-game party with Tyler Watts and Todd Robbins, coming to you from Bob Baumhauer's great restaurant at the Midtown Village here in Tuscaloosa. That's Bob's Victory Grill, and let's see if there's a whole lot to celebrate. Bama leads 25-20. 15 seconds to go in the game. Bama does have a man deep, Christian Jones, but it's the good hands team up front. The onside kick to be attempted by Evan Sobieski. It is there. It bounces. The ball is taken by Alabama. There are flags on the play. DeAndrew White fields the high bouncing football. But there are flags there. Did Mississippi State even touch it before it went the requisite 10 yards? I believe that might be the case. DeAndrew White covered it for Alabama. Not bad for a guy who earlier in the day was out because of an injury. The officials are talking this one over. The clock is down to 14 seconds. If it's Bama's ball, the day is done. The officials all huddling up and talking this one over. They're at the 45-yard line. We'll hear from referee Matt Moore.
During the kick, the kicking team blocked before the ball had gone 10 yards. That foul is 5-yard penalty will be tacked on to where Alabama recovered. First down.
So Bama's got it, plus a penalty. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is going to the good guys.
Alabama jumped out, to a 5-point lead, turned into a 19-0 lead. Mississippi State fought back, a valiant effort, but they're going to come up short because Alabama did a sensational job on that onside kick. DeAndre White reached up for it like a receiver, and now Blake Sims will have the honor of going into that victory formation, and the Tide will once again knock off a #1 ranked team, Mississippi State.
The snap, the knee, the game. And that was a statement made by the Alabama Crimson Tide. Mississippi State came in #1. They leave here anything but. Blake Sims over to wave and cheer with the fans. Alabama improving to 9-1 on the year. The Rammer Jammer chant in the background as Mississippi State falls to 9-1. Bama This building is just about rocking. The Tide knocks off #1 and makes that statement to the selection committee.
Well, they really did. And with TCU struggling today against Kansas and the combination of this win by Alabama over the top-ranked team, I think it's pretty obvious that Alabama is not only going to be in the top 4, but they may travel a few more spots higher than that.
Next week, of course, a non-conference game. Then the Auburn Tigers here on Saturday night after Thanksgiving. And then a win potentially over Georgia or Missouri in the SEC championship game. Nick Saban down at midfield with a big smile on his face. I'm sure the weight of the world, albeit for a moment, lifted off his shoulders before he starts worrying about the next game. And Blake Sims, what a game, what a night, what a series of plays. That young man has come miles and miles and miles and miles.
He has traveled a million miles, and at the top of the game I said this is where the rubber would meet the road on this rivalry on Highway 82, and it absolutely did. And Blake Sims, Eli Gold, was the quarterback who made the plays to win this game over his counterpart Dak Prescott, who had 3 interceptions tonight in Bryant-Denny Stadium.
We go back to that fourth quarter touchdown, the 7-yard touchdown run by T.J. Yeldon. That series, the 3 third-down conversions, the check down to T.J. and then Blake's 2 runs by himself. That was big-time college football.
Well, it really was. And Blake Sims at home with Lane Kiffin barking signals to him from the sideline is a formidable quarterback. But Alabama now has a clear path. The definition, it's been clearly defined rather in terms of Western Carolina, Auburn, SEC championship, and into this inaugural college football playoff.
Nick Saban just ran off the field, waving his arms wildly over his head, thanking the fans and loving what they contributed as Alabama has come up with a huge win over #1, 25-20. They upend the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. Folks, stick around. Our Regions Bank 5th quarter show and the post-game Hyundai locker room report, all coming up right after these messages. Bama wins, knocking off #1 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports.